What's that generic brand at Walmart? Is it Great Value?
Yeah.
Is it great? Okay, because I can never remember. I remember Libby on the label. Great Value. They got a new one now that's coming out that's really affordable, and there's a lot of plant-based stuff, and it's called, I forgot the name.
Better Goods.
Better Goods, that's it. Better Goods. I don't know if you've seen this yet at Walmart because it's like between $5 and $15, everything, and a lot of stuff is under $5.
Yeah, and it's things, like you said, plant-based, or, if you have some gluten allergies or other types of allergies, it can help you there, which if you do any grocery shopping, if you have to buy those things, for whatever reason, they're so much more expensive, but they're going to have snacks and drinks and pasta and stuff like this. I know that, it's a really good way to save some money, and I know a lot of people shop at Walmart. My youngest son has started shopping at Aldi. He's even got the big Aldi bag, and he goes once a week and he buys all the things that he wants because it saves him money.
Really?
Yeah.
At Aldi. Lidl's another one that's popping up at a lot of places. I think Ninja goes to Lidl.
Lidl, Aldi. I like Lidl because you get extra coupons.
And I have not been in a Lidl, but on the outside of it, just driving by one, it looks really fancy.
Yeah, it can be. And I think they even have like a bakery. I haven't gone a lot, but I have gone before. I want to say they have like a fresh bakery where Aldi does not.
What's the bakery like, Ninja?
Well, they bake the breads in the store, so it smells good.
I bet. Walking through that. I've never been. Now I want to go in one. I drive by one every day. Actually, I drive by two of them every day.
Yeah, well, they also have like muffins. I think they're fresh baked muffins. And I want to say they do pizza. I could be wrong, but I think they do pizza.
Have you tried the pizza, Ninja?
I think it's more like small flatbreads.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
Just put a little pizza stuff on it.
How do you spell Lidl's, the shopping store?
They do spell it differently. I'm going to try it. Lidle? Lidle? Lidle?
No, just Lidl.
I remember first seeing that, and I'm like, how do you even say that word? Lidl?
I know, right? Kind of.
It's German or something like that, I think.
Swedish, maybe, yeah. Jonathan texted and said he's bought some of the Better Goods products already because he has celiac, and so he said it wasn't bad, and what he got was about $4. And then Heather, she likes to shop at Aldi, okay? She texted in, she said, you're a serious Aldi shopper when you have your own quarter holder, and she sent a picture, and it's like on her keychain, it's a little rooster, and inside the rooster, almost his wing, you can tuck a quarter because you need that to get the shopping cart at Aldi.
Oh, that's right. 'Cause I barely go to Aldi's. I bought a bike stand in there, a mechanic's bike stand in there for like $20 one time.
That's
weirdest
so weird
thing. I know, because I think Aldi has groceries, not other stuff like that. But I remember I went, I go, oh, you've got to pay for a shopping cart?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Sure do. And you got to bring your own bags.
It's an open mic that just came in through the My HISRadio app.
Hi, I was listening to you guys, and I have to say I am an absolute adamant shopper of Aldi. I also shop at Lidl, but I much more prefer Aldi over Lidl. But there's so many more Aldis that I could go to, and the prices compared to like going to Ingles, so much better. My husband will come home and he will go shopping at Ingles and spend like $80 and have 4 bags, and I can go to Aldi and spend like $60 and have a trunk full of groceries. So I much more prefer Aldi. And Aldi also has a gluten-free, it's called G-Free or Liz G-Free, I believe, brand or line of products. So they're really good too.
Well, good for you for getting that much. You know, one thing that my wife does is when she goes shopping, she's from Michigan. And so in Michigan, most of the places that you live is far away from anything. So when you go, you stock up. So Amy gets 2 weeks of groceries every time she goes shopping, just like what she did when she was a kid growing up with her parents.
Well, I mean, that's what she learned. I don't do that. I usually do once a week, and I order most of my groceries. But I used to have a book I tried to be this coupon mom kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And so I had this notebook and I would put in almost like a trapper keeper, and I would put the coupons in, and they were divvied up by category, whether it was dairy, bread, whatever it was, and saved money.
You organized that thing.
I did.
Wow, that is impressive.
Yeah, I don't know if coupons are a big thing anymore because they used to come in the Sunday paper and really,
You cut the things up, you take them with you. I've seen
Yeah.
people like have a little folding device and they're all in there, but not organized like you. Wow.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
This is so unique. Here is this one ministry in Spartanburg, Anchor of Hope Outreach, and they are asking people to join them for a complete 48 hours, give up their lives, so to say, to live on the streets and the shelters for 48 hours and experience what people experience with homelessness every single day of their lives in an effort to raise awareness and gain some support for the ministry that they have to reach the homeless in our community. And I think that is brilliant because some people, when you don't live that life, you have no comprehension or understanding on what it's like at all. Because, hey, listen, it's easy to judge. It's easy to guess. And I've been in that situation myself, although I was a homeless teenager at the time. So my days on the streets, God delivered me from that pretty quick. But oh my, it's just a different kind of life. And now they're asking some people to join them. It's like in June, so it's coming up here pretty quick.
Yeah, and Anchor of Hope, what they do anyway is they feed people I think it's every day, really, and they also provide resources for those in that area in the upstate of South Carolina. So what they're going to do is document everything on social media in downtown Spartanburg between June 7th at 12 noon until June 9th, also at 12 noon. And so if you want to be part of this and live on the streets, literally for 48 hours, you just get in touch with Anchor of Hope, but also just documenting it and being available to document it on your social media so others, not just you, understand the plights of the homeless.
And here's the thing, too. It's like over the weekend. So it starts on Friday at noon on June 7th. It goes all the way to Sunday at noon. Can you imagine wrapping that up at church?
Oh, right.
Bringing
and then
some people with
sharing.
you? Yeah.
Yeah, and sharing your experiences, I think would be incredible.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
I love this guy. Whoever he is, I don't know, but he is brilliant. He lives on a corner lot, pretty heavily traveled road in front of him. And when people are walking, which a lot of people are walking down this road, they decide instead of go to the end of the sidewalk and then, follow it around the corner, they cut through his yard. This is his personal property. He's like, there's got to be a way I can end this. I can't afford a fence. So what he did was just kind of soup up one little sprinkler in his irrigation system. And you see this on his Ring camera, that when they get close enough, the sprinkler comes on, super high powered, and just nails them right in the face and in the chest, and they go running off of that lawn. They're going to learn really quick, don't cut through this guy's property.
Right there. If they put two and two together, they're going to learn that really quickly, that it's not just a coincidence. I don't know if Thomas is inside of his house or if he's got it set up on a sensor system or something like that.
There's something. It seems he's got a camera close enough, so it's
Yes.
on his house. So they don't show the front of the house. They're just showing the people cutting through the lawn and the water coming on, which is super brilliant. So it could be that there's a sensor that's there. I don't know. I mean, I would get a lot of satisfaction just sitting at a window and pushing a button.
That's terrible. That's sick.
That
That's
is
awful.
bad. I know that's bad, but they're cutting through the lawn. I feel like since Scott so takes care of his lawn, he's out at it every single day, that he would be doing this.
I love this too, Rob.
See?
I think it's really, really funny. Now, I've got sprinklers in my yard, but I don't aim them at people. But I can totally get this guy saying, hey, enough's enough. I'm trying to keep it looking nice out here.
Yeah, because it does ruin your property. See, I have the popular house in the neighborhood where the kids come and they're playing with Eli, right? And so they don't come up the driveway. They go straight through the front yard into the driveway, over the grass. So I see these lines of bike tracks all the time.
Well, I see this guy as a kid. He was the one that always grabbed the super soaker when you had the water gun fights.
Here is an open mic that came in through the My HISRadio app.
There's one that is set up to keep animals out, and it comes on whenever it, since there's an animal there, and it shoots out the water sprinkler.
Oh, I wonder if that person is using that and really
could be.
souped up, because the sprinkler he's got set so the water, shoots out of it. It's just not a little gentle. Pss, 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 pss.
No, it's like a fire
whoosh.
hose.
Man, it comes on. Doesn't knock them over, but they run out of the yard when that puppy comes on.
Yeah, they know they were hit. Well, Pauline texted and said, first of all, it's rude to cut through somebody's yard.
Yep.
I was raised in Navy housing, and then we had duplexes. They weren't allowed to walk across the neighbor's yard to get where they were going. They had to stay on the sidewalk because it was just a respect thing. So Brooke said, these days you have to be careful. This guy needs to think about this. If somebody gets hurt on his property, he could get sued.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Mm-hmm. Is that all you got to say about that?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
If you like sea lions, maybe take a trip to San Francisco, because for some reason, 1,000 sea lions have gotten to Pier 39 in San Francisco, and they're just hanging out.
I've seen this, and that's not an over-exaggeration. There's literally 1,000 sea lions all over, like the docks and stuff there, right?
Yeah, and they've been showing up since like the late 80s, maybe not 1,000, but at one point there were almost 2,000 sea lions.
Oh,
That's
get
the
out.
biggest record. So I went to California back in December, and my husband and I went a little south, I guess it's south of San Diego in La Jolla. And there were sea lions up on, like, it wasn't a pier, but it was a sort of a beach. It was the coolest thing ever, and you could get fairly close.
Yeah, see, that's one thing we don't have on the Atlantic coast. You never see sea lions on the Atlantic coast, probably because it's not cold enough, at least along our part of the coast. But to go to California and see this, especially thousands of them coming up right around that pier and all those docks, that's wow.
Yeah, and it's not like they're going to leave anytime soon. Now, there may not be 1,000 when you get there, but they say there are sea lions pretty much at all times at Pier 39 since the late 80s.
Well, at least you get to see 2 or 3.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
Get ready, because it looks like by 2036, at least 9 states are saying no more sales of gas-powered cars. By 2036. That's going to be here before you know it.
Yeah, I mean, that's 12 years. 12 years to make that changeover. I just wonder how much pushback it's going to get.
I'm sure some people. I mean, California, New Jersey, New York, Oregon, Rhode Island, Washington, Virginia, and the District of Columbia. All those are on target. They're going to say, you know what? We're going to go with the automakers, and we'll just do the electric cars around here, not the gas-powered one. At least you can't sell them by 2036. That's the big push right now for those 9 states. I've never been in an electric car. I've seen them. I have a couple of friends that have a Tesla. I don't even know how long it takes to charge those things when you're traveling. How long of a stop is that? It's not like you're, less than 10 minutes and your tank is full.
No, and I've been in a Tesla a couple of times. I've taken some Ubers just most
bougie.
recently. Well, you don't know when you order an Uber what's going to come pick you up.
Listen. I don't expect a Tesla to come pick me up as an Uber.
Me
I mean,
either.
seriously, right?
Well, we got in one when me and the girls went to New York a couple of months ago, and the entire top was like a sunroof. And I said, this is the way to see New York. I wasn't thinking about the, electric car thing, but I was just thinking it's a
That's
very
so
cool car.
Bougie. You got the
It is.
expensive Uber.
Well, and I said that. I was like, does it really pay you to do Uber? He's like, in New York City? Absolutely.
That makes sense. It really
Yeah.
does make sense.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
I'm going to need a couple of days off because I got a little trip to make to Antarctica.
Okay.
There's a-
Hey, very nice. Bye.
Okay, there's a volcano that is spewing gold. It's literally spewing
Oh,
$6,000 worth of gold.
I heard about this. And so
Yeah.
people are trying to get some of this gold. I guess it would be dust. It's not like
Yeah.
blowing gold bars into the air.
No, but you know what? If it could do that, that would save me some time melting
Right?
it down, forming it, that kind of thing. But it's 80 grams of gold every single day. So $6,000 worth of gold every single day.
What? Okay, why? Do you know why the phenomenon is happening?
Not really. I mean, I guess there's gold in them there hills, in
In them there Antarctica.
Right. And so when it erupts, obviously it blows whatever is inside the volcano and it's got gold in there.
But it kind of sounds dangerous too, because I mean it's got to be hot because it's coming out of a volcano.
Well, yeah, but thanks, Debbie Downer.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So I don't go to Trader Joe's a lot, but when I do, I really like their produce. That's one of the things that I kind of gravitate to. But I know people that are just, oh my goodness, I got to go to Trader Joe's this week. So there's things that I guess a lot of people that buy things at Trader Joe's, that shop there, say are the very best things to get there. One thing, frozen fruit, which is weird. Frozen fruit. Okay. Another thing is to get your vegetables there and your chicken dishes, the cheese, the beauty products. They even have greeting cards at Trader Joe's, but I feel like they'd be more expensive.
It sounds like a normal grocery store. I've never been to a Trader Joe's. I always thought it was some kind of, outdoor shop. Evidently it's not. It's a grocery store. My son and his wife go there all the time. They're driving into town because they live like 45 minutes away and they're driving into town just to go to Trader Joe's. And then they go back home after that. They should come by and see mom and dad.
Yeah, no,
Just to let you know.
I'm not driving. Yeah,
Scott
not
goes
driving that
too,
far.
but what is it you get there, Scott?
I love this little jar of uncured bacon jam. So it's got applewood smoked bacon in it. It's got caramelized onions, some brown sugar, some spices, and it is so good, like on toast, sandwich, anything.
I see the sandwiches. I do. But just toast, like bacon toast, well, now that I say it out loud, that don't sound so bad.
What's the difference between that and a BLT?
Well, there's no lettuce in the bacon jam or
Yeah.
the tomato, but yeah, you could add, that's a great idea. You could add the bacon jam to a BLT.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I've got to try that.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
These emojis are going to be audible, sound. So I've never heard of a sound emoji before. So I guess if there's a hand clap, it claps. That kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it kind of does. Even the crying one, here's what I don't get. The crying emoji will give a trombone sound. I don't
Oh.
understand.
That doesn't
Right?
sound like crying to me. It just sounds like, what is it going to go? Wah, wah, wah. Like that?
Maybe. But I know the memojis on Apple, you can record something and it'll sort of say it, right, out of your memoji face. But as far as emojis, no, I've never heard a sound one.
Then they have laughing. There's the partying. There's the crying. There's the drum. And I'm sorry. I don't know if I want to call it the poop emoji or the pudding emoji. It's that same one. They have a sound for that. Why?
Okay.
That's so
I think-
adolescent, even though I will use it. Why?
I think they're clarifying though what that emoji is because it sounds like a toot.
Okay.
I'm just saying it.
What-
I'm being kind
okay.
and polite, but it's a toot. So I don't know if it goes or what.
Did you just try to make the noise?
Well, I don't know if it's going to sound like that or
Sound like what? I didn't even hear it. Can you not do it?
Yeah, what am I supposed to do?
No, it's not. You're not doing anything. You're just being silent.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I don't know if you heard this because it happened back around Easter, but news is starting to surface over the movement of God that is happening in France. Now, on Easter, there were, get this, 12,000 people that were baptized in France. 12,000 over the Easter break. Now, here's the thing about this country, and maybe you don't know this, but over 50% of those that live in France have no belief in God whatsoever. It's just like absent. And about 31% of that population out of that 50% now were baptized. And here's the number between 18 and 25 years old, about 23 to 36% rose in their belief in God. And so all these people decided they're going to get baptized. 7,100 adults, 5,000 teenagers. Isn't that amazing? That is amazing to me.
One of the pastors had said something like 80% of the young people in France have no religious education at all. So that tells me that their parents aren't passing that down, aren't raising them, in a Christian environment. And so they're coming to find Jesus and that relationship with Jesus all on their own because 5,000 teenagers, which is amazing. And then all those adults as well.
12,000 people all together. Talk about a hunger for God, You don't see that. At my church on the National Day of Prayer, 40 people were baptized. That's a lot. 40 people were baptized into their faith in Christ. And I'm sitting here thinking, man, there's so many people that are hungry, and what an opportunity that we have to be real and genuine and share our faith and just love on people, because when it gets down to it, it's about loving God and loving people, right?
Yeah, and what started that movement was somebody sharing their own personal experience and their personal relationship with Jesus. Kind of makes me feel, at least, to be a little bit more bold with the people around me.
Yeah, be intentional, right?